Hello, welcome back to the YouTube channel. I am Nick from Australia. Tonight's video is going to be the top 5 shittest / worst NRL players of the 2020 NRL season. There's 5 of these players who had a really shit 2020 NRL season. They are the definition of a really shit NRL player, and it's going to be a bit of an entertaining video for you guys. But before I get into it, this video tonight may be a little bit rated R as well. It might be a little bit controversial for some people. So I just want to warn everyone before I get into the video. If you don't like swearing, and if you don't like a bit of comedy with a bit of swearing involved and a bit of a joke, then I wouldn't watch the video. Go and watch some of my other videos. But this is just going to be a bit of fun tonight. Top 5 shittest NRL players of 2020. Now, personally, I'm not taking a real personal shot at these players individually. This is just a bit of a joke around and a bit of fun, and hopefully everyone gets a bit of a laugh out of it. So this is not a serious message to these players, but this is just a little bit of fun. So let's get into it. So number 5, the 5th shittest NRL player of 2020 is the Manly backup half, Lachlan Crocker. Now, Lachlan Crocker, this bloke had a really shit season. This bloke is one of the worst halves going around in the NRL right now. I know my good friend NRL Vid 090 has gone off his head a few times about Lachlan Crocker, and let's face it, having a look at Lachlan Crocker's season, you can't really blame him. Lachlan Crocker had a really terrible season. He tried to play in the halves with DCE. I can just imagine DCE after the game, you going, mate, look after yourself. You know, DC is probably getting the water bottle, maybe putting some vodka in it, and just maybe poisoning Lachlan Crocker's water after the game. Because honestly, the bloke is that shit to play with. I can just imagine the whole Manly side. I don't know how Des has to put up with this bloke's crap. But Lachlan Crocker, he is a very shit player. He's got a lot to work on. And yeah, just a really shit season from a really shit player. So I don't know how this bloke's going to go in the future. But having a look at the 2020 NRL season, I think Lachlan Crocker's career is just going to go downhill unless he can revive it somehow. But he's number 5 on the list because he's just shit. Number 4 on the list is a bloke who I think is an extremely overrated player. He's on $1 million a season. He does fuck all with the Broncos. He's done fuck all since 2015. Number 4 is the overrated Broncos dead shit, can't tackle, Anthony Milford. Now, I reckon this bloke is just shit in general. He's honestly a pathetic player. He can't tackle. I think a security guard at a nightclub's got more of a chance of tackling in the defensive line more than Anthony Milford. Milford's defense is as bad as a fucking fat cunt from Coles trying to do fucking push-ups. Because honestly, Milford is that bad of a player. I don't even know if he could eat a fucking hamburger. He's that bad. Milford needs to wake up to himself. He's on $1 million. He does fuck all. His attack is shit. His kicking game is crap. He's just a fucking shit kind of a player, to be honest. And for his 2020 NRL season, he led to the Broncos straight to the wooden spoon. He always gets injured all the time. Doesn't offer anything in attack. Everyone talks about his running game. Honestly, I don't even know if he would run past a fucking cheerleader at this point. He's that shit. He had a really terrible season. And, yeah, he's just a shit kind of a player in general. And he can't tackle for his life. So he's number 4 on the list. Number 3 on the list is a bloke who left Penrith, went to the Gold Coast, pretty much killed his career. Now he's trying to go to Parramatta to revive it. I don't know why Parramatta signed this bloke. Number 3 is Bryce Cartwright. This bloke is an absolute failure of a player. Honestly, let's face the facts. This bloke had a lot of potential at Penrith as a junior. He was playing 18th man for New South Wales in the Origin side for so many years, I think 2 years in a row. And then he goes to the Gold Coast on huge money, tries to deliver success when he went up there with one of the worst coaches of all time in Garth Brennan. And let's face it, Bryce Cartwright just played absolute dog shit. I mean, it's not hard when you're playing with blokes like Ash Taylor and Kane Elgee at the time, but Bryce Cartwright, the bloke tries to offload. He couldn't even offload a fucking woman at a nightclub, honestly. He's that bad of a player. I don't know what he's like on the weekends, but I'm guessing he's pretty ordinary as well. As for Bryce Cartwright's rugby league career, he's not really that talented of a player. He can't really tackle that well. Remember, there was a game this year where he just fair income, let someone went straight past him and didn't even lay a hand on him. I reckon his defense is that bad. You could honestly play the pokies for an hour and not get a feature. That's how bad Bryce Cartwright is. He's just such a bad player. And for some reason, he's going to the Eels. I don't know why Parramatta would want to put up with his shit, but I think King Guffey will have the sword ready for Bryce Cartwright if he doesn't play any good. I think he's just a backup player anyway, but let's face the facts. Bryce Cartwright is a terrible player. He can't tackle. His attack isn't good. His kicking game is as bad as a fucking Kmart worker. But, you know, what a shit season from Bryce Cartwright. So here's number 3 on the list. Number 2 was the bloke who was supposed to be the best signing of the season. Ended up being the worst signing of the season. Number 2 is the Broncos' backup halfback now, Brody Croft. Now, Brody Croft came out of the Melbourne Storm system. And you know what happens when you leave the Melbourne Storm system? Yeah, you guessed it. Your career goes to shit. Now, let's face it, Brody Croft, I can't see him ever winning a premiership. I can't see him ever winning a final series. I can't even see him winning a finals game. So the Broncos have got more shit to deal with. I mean, having a look at Brody Croft's record. He's played in a couple of finals games. Did fuck all win them anyway. I think he played one good finals game against Souths. Maybe I think it was 2018. But he went up to the Broncos, tried to revive their season because they got flogged 58-0 in 2018. And then going into 2019, there was a lot of pressure on the Broncos and Brody Croft. And my God, he fucking crumbled bad. When the pressure was on, he went missing. And let's face it, Brody Croft's defense is that bad. I reckon a stripper would go close to scoring a try because Brody Croft's defense is that bad. That was probably the worst joke I've ever said, to be honest. That was a terrible joke, that one. But as for Brody Croft's season, he was that bad. I think he would rather be stuck in Brisbane traffic than rather play for the Broncos. The Broncos are going so bad at the moment, considering they just won the wooden spoon. But Brody Croft's season was so fucking bad. Defensively, he was shit. His attack was awful. I think he's got a better chance of a job as a garbage man than he does a fucking NRL halfback career. But Brody Croft, just an awful season, and yeah, he is number 2 on the list. He is so shit. And number 1, the shittest, the worst, the biggest fuckwit, the dumbest fucking NRL player of 2020, the shittest player, the worst cunt out there. Number 1 is Corey Norman. Now, Corey Norman played for the Dragons, and look, he had one good moment this year where he scored that try where they beat the Bulldogs. But let's face it, ever since then, he's cared more about his white KTR t-shirt designs more than he does his NRL career. He's one of the biggest fucking idiots that I've ever seen in my life. He plays the fucking pokies, right? Wins 25 grand in the pokies. And he carries on more about that than he does his fucking NRL career. I mean, if you're a fucking NRL player, when you win a game against a good side, you'd think you'd be excited, wouldn't you? But no, he cares more about winning on the fucking poker machines than he does his NRL career. I can just imagine where all his money goes, that his NRL career goes nowhere. He probably can't afford a house, the fucking moron. And I gotta say, he looks like one of those players who takes drugs. I mean, he looks like the sort of bloke that puts fucking needles in his arms before kickoff. He's such a shit player, Corey Norman. One of the most overrated players in the game. One of the biggest dead shits in the game. He's on big money. He offers absolutely fuck all. I reckon Todd Carney could come out of retirement and do a better job than Corey Norman. He's such a shit player. Even Kurt Gilly could come out of retirement and play better than Corey Norman. Corey Norman is so fucking bad. He is the worst NRL player of 2020 in my opinion. He's the worst 5'8" going around. He's so fucking shit. When he gets the ball, he just does his little fucking grubber kicks. It doesn't go anywhere, you fucking idiot. The Dragons, I don't know how they put up with his shit, honestly. If I was the Dragons, I'd be ashamed to be a supporter of that club at the moment with Corey Norman there. Look, we've got a fucking plane on the roof, probably trying to pick Corey Norman up from the fucking nightclub. But look, Corey Norman is so fucking shit. He is so shit. Get Todd Carney come out of retirement from Byron Bay. Get him to play for fucking St. George. And watch St. George win more games. Honestly, Corey Norman is a failure of a player. His career is dead. And honestly, he had the worst season from a 5'8" I've seen in quite some time. What a shit kind of a player. But anyway, guys, I'm going to get out of here. Hope you guys enjoyed the top 5 shittest NRL players of 2020. And like I said at the start of the video, just a bit of fun, bit of a joke, bit of a laugh. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Wasn't anything serious towards them. I wish these 5 players all the best in 2021. I hope they all bounce back and play better. But this is all a bit of a fun joke and a bit of a bit of a fun time. But anyway, guys, I'm getting out of here. Thank you guys for watching this video. I appreciate everyone taking the time out of their day or night to watch this video. I'm out of here, guys. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.